Jaina, ranged assassin from the Warcraft universe. Trait is Frostbite. All abilities to your target, slowing movement speed by 25% and amplifying damage from your abilities by 50%. Basically what that means is when you land an ability, Frostbolt, your other abilities that you cast will hit significantly harder. The best way to play her is an AoE burst character. The abilities which land and do big damage have fairly long cooldown, which is Blizzard and Cone of Cold, 15 seconds and 10 seconds respectively, while Frostbolt is a very good long range poke and great for finishing off people if they have the chill effect on them. In that same vein, the talent build you want to go for has a little bit of maneuverability, a little bit of flexibility, but not too much. At level 1, you're going to want to go for Deep Chill. This means that your Frostbite talent, which is going to be your key to getting kills in all stages of the game. It means that it slows people by a little bit longer, meaning that you have more chance to run up on them, land an auto, and maybe a Frostbolt. You just have more time to kind of kill them. Just useful around talent. Level 4, there is a little bit of flexibility here. You can get Snowstorm if you want to hit Blizzard on a lot of people, or Envenom if you're going to want to take out one hero just a lot of the time. If you're going to want to focus one hero and then just completely destroy them, Envenom's going to be the talent you're going to want to go for. And level 7, and a real good one is Frostbite, and really it just means that you do even more damage when you're bursting someone down. At level 10, it has to be some Water Elemental. Ring of Frost is just inferior at this point. At level 13, again, if you find yourself getting horrifically burst and dying an awful lot, you can get improved Ice Block. Not really my thing. I don't like it. I think Sprint is a much better talent, but again, if you find yourself dying a lot, improved Ice Block is obviously an alright one to go with. And at level 16, I have seen people go with both of these two. These are the improved Cone of Cold talents. They either increase the damage that whoever gets hit by it takes, which is incredibly good if you throw down a Blizzard, Cone of Cold them before the first wave hits, get them with the chilled effect, and then bang bang, you can really do some big damage. Or you can do Numbing Blast, which just roots people down to allowing them to secure the Blizzard hit, which is very good if you find yourself with low CC or just having trouble hitting them with your abilities. And at level 20, you kind of have a choice between Winter Mute, which means that your Water Elemental is significantly more useful, or you can take Bolt of the Storm if you find yourself out of position or wanting to engage at a better or different angle. A lot of people like Sprint and Bolt of the Storm combo because it means you can Bolt of the Storm in and then sprint out to allow yourself to get basically a clean engage. And with Jaina, if you can get in a position to drop two of your abilities, which you can do incredibly quickly, and then get out without risking too much, throwing Venom on them in this case, and of course getting your Water Elemental up, you can do significant damage to your team at minimal risk. And then all you need then is 10 seconds, which Sprint can buy you, to really get some good kills. So, going back to the early game, Jaina's laning phase isn't amazing. At this stage of the game, at level 20, obviously you're not going to be laning, so this is kind of inaccurate, but I'll just take you through it quickly. And what you're going to want to do is just kind of poke them down. If they try and leave, make sure you actually land Frostbolt. Not what I just did and just miss it. And clear waves efficiently with Blizzard. Try and throw down Blizzard on the minion wave and the enemy hero if you can, like so. Just make sure you get them and then finish them off. If you hit them with that works. My Frostbolt was not going to hit them. And then using Cone of Cold to do the same thing, clear the minion wave and do damage to the enemy hero. If you can hit them with all of that stuff, great. Once you reach level 4 and you pick up, it is level 4, isn't it? Yes. Once you reach level 4 and you have the option to pick up Envenom, if you do pick up Envenom, it's going to be incredibly useful for you just to make sure that you can get early kills because you can just throw down Envenom on people and then really do some big damage. In the mid game, when you're going to get into the team fight phase, be very wary as the cooldown on your ultimate, which does do damage where it casts, and does a considerable amount of damage after it's cast, so just be careful of that, but can be focused down. It is surprisingly quite difficult to kill though. But when you're in the team fight phase, the best way to kind of play Jaina is to appear either through a bush or something, don't let them see, and get a good run up on exactly where you are, and then throw down all of your abilities on as many people as possible and really make them start hurting, and then try and use Frostbolt and Envenom on the person who you're really trying to kill. Don't be afraid to use Water Elemental early, as the continued casting duration is, the continued effects after it's been cast are just incredibly strong. Don't forget you can use R to control, reposition your Water Elemental and select what target he's on. A lot of people don't notice this and then find that their Water Elemental's on a bit of a wonk, doing kind of its own thing. Don't forget to use Venom on anyone. Obviously it's best to use on a DPS or an assassin of some description. And just make sure that but when you leave a fight, you should have all of your abilities off cooldown. If you are on high mana, high health, obviously you don't want to just run in and die, and your abilities are off cooldown, you need to be getting back into the fight and using them again. Jaina is surprisingly close range, so you're going to need to stay behind someone. A cleanse giver is always really good. Cleanse works incredibly well with Jaina, or just a tank is just really, really useful. Don't charge on your own, don't be in the front lines ever. If you're in the front lines as Jaina, you're doing something wrong. That's an example of how you can really use things to your advantage. A lot of people will take one blizzard or try and only take one blizzard, as the first hit doesn't do that much because it only applies the frostbite effect. It doesn't trigger it. It doesn't act as a crit. And then you can use Cone of Cold to make sure that they get rooted and take the next hit, which does big damage. And then you can cast your Water Elemental on them as well while they have the frostbite effect, and they'll just really start to die. She's very, very, very good champion, very powerful champion. A lot of people see her and think she's not too good just because of the way her abilities work. As you see, her ult is incredibly strong, especially towards the late game, and you can really do some big damage. She's not the best duelist. I would advise not going on your own with her ever past the laning phase. Obviously, some points you can't avoid it, but at some points you can. This is an example of what Sprint can do. So Sprint in the middle of a team fight, you can use it to reposition, you can use it to re-engage, you can bolt in just to make sure that you can secure a kill. It's just she's a very, very useful champion. Don't take her if you don't have a tank or anyone to stand behind. She has mana problems in the early game, so don't spam your abilities too hard. Other than that, just play it safe. You'll find yourself dying a lot if you don't play it safe, so just be very careful with Jaina. It's going to take you a few games before you get used to her. Once you get used to her, she's an incredibly powerful champion. Anyway, this has been the Jaina standard, I guess, guide, isn't it? The Jaina damage, I guess, guide. I have been Mr. G, and I'll see you next time.